Well, back to one of our top stories now. The Public Protector has released her final report on the SABC. The investigation probed allegations of maladministration as well as the appointment of Chief Operations Officer Hlaudi Motsoeneng. Let's talk now to the Public Protector, and she joins us from our studios in Pretoria. Public Protector, good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for joining us. So the final report on the state of administration and governance at the SABC is out. You describe the corporate governance failures there as systemic and pathological. Were you shocked by what you found there?
I wasn't particularly shocked, but firstly, good afternoon. Thank you for this opportunity and greetings to the viewers. I wasn't particularly shocked because there had been a lot of media coverage on various governance problems at the SABC. I think the part that maybe may have been new to us was the fact that the board at the time seemed to be very, very confused about the different roles of the people involved, like the chairperson of the board, the CEO, and the COO.
And one of the things that you found, I mean, you make serious findings against Hlaudi Motsoeneng and the then current board chairperson and the communications minister at the time. You say that Hlaudi Motsoeneng has been allowed by successive boards to operate above the law. Did you get a sense of why he was always able to act with such impunity?
We can only assume it's because the board thought that Mr. Motsoeneng was delivering. He himself in the interview said that without him, the SABC would collapse. However, our approach was that regardless of whether people deliver or not, the rules have to be followed because you need an organization that is founded on systems. And organizations can't just depend on individuals, because if those individuals are not there, then the system can't function. And in any event, if a system is based on one individual, then it's not sustainable.
Do you think that the SABC, given the current state which you describe in your report, can be redeemed?
I should think so, Nikiwe. I made it clear today that the findings are not against the current board at the SABC. We're talking about a time of the SABC where the previous board was in charge. However, I have indicated in the report and in my presentation today that if the current board does not deal with the endemic problems of governance failure and maladministration, it is bound to suffer the same fate as the 5 boards that have been appointed in the last few years.
Now, one of the recommendations that you've given is that the minister or the board appoint a new chief operating officer within 90 days. So does that effectively mean that Hlaudi Motsoeneng is out of a job?
We're not saying he should be out of the job if of course, the SABC legitimately considers an advert that legitimately allows him also to be part of the people to be interviewed, and they think he's appointable. We wouldn't say anything about it. However, his current appointment was irregular because the board resolution was that he should be appointed for only 3 months, and the chairperson unilaterally appointed him for an indefinite period.
All right, there we have to leave it. I'm afraid we've run out of time. That was the Public Protector, Thuli Madonsela. More to come and more reaction on that report. And that's where we leave it for this evening. Newsnight is next.
Know more about your world.
eNCA.com